combining because of technology. But we are very happy that we are able to benefit from this song in terms of what it speaks to us about our microbiome. Nowadays, when I'm hearing love songs, songs of inspiration, I don't only think about it in a romantic way, in human alone. I see how it relates to our microbiome and this incredible, indispensable relationship that we have with the microbiome. So we are happy that these songs help us to bring it out. So I'm wondering, does anyone on the call want to make any comment in terms of what the song meant to them, what they heard, and how they related to their microbiome? Anybody want to speak, Marv, or anybody else? You can open your microphone, please, and let us hear your comment. Anybody?
You know, I'm shy, so.
You're shy? Okay.
Well, basically, you know, this microbiome that we've just found out about a few years now, it's incredible, right? And we can't imagine that we lived all these years not knowing,
Mm,
you know, that it's a forevermore for us.
wow.
So, you know, so now that we know, we're going to take care of it, and we're going to take care of forevermore if we want to be forevermore. Because once the microbiome is done, we are done.
Mhm.
You know, so it is a pleasant thing, and hearing it in this form is beautiful because it's so lovely. It's you
Yeah.
just feel like just making love um
Mm,
to your microbiome. You know,
mhm.
just making love to you tell you sing yourself a love song.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciated it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for shining in. Anybody else care to comment? We're trying to make a connection here. What I'm trying to do is for us to fast speed and fast track establishing a proper right relationship with our microbiome, because we have lost a lot of time. We have almost lost all our lives not knowing that our second self, this side of us, we have lived as lone rangers when really and truly we have so much with us and for us going on for us, and we just did not know. So I'm just wondering, is there anybody else that this resonates with? I thank Dr. Wuthan for her comment, Marva for her comment. Just asking anybody else want to open your mic and just comment and see how this song reminds us of the relationship with the microbiome. Are they able to open their mic more, Marva, you think? Cindy?
Oh, sorry, I'm muted.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh,
I'll
okay.
check.
All right, so nobody else wants to comment now? All right, because we can move on. If that's the case, wait it, Marva.
I was hitting on a couple of people to see if they would open, but I guess everybody's shy like I am.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to this call. Thank you for the time you have taken. You could have been elsewhere, but you have chosen to be with us here on this Tuesday evening. And we hope you leave this call feeling that you have gained something from it. Now, the truth be told, understanding the human body and caring for the human body has taken a major shift with the discovery of the microbiome. Something amazing is happening in the medical scientific research community. I don't believe any topic today is more researched in terms of investment of time, energy, resources, and effort to unearth the amazing information on the microbiome. Dr. Susan Lane said she didn't know, she's a doctor for 28 years. She didn't know about the microbiome, and it's going to change the face of medicine. And everywhere on the internet you go, you sense that some persons are talking a similar language. Our lives will never be the same again with this info. It's like a rubber band. Once it is stretched, you cannot unstretch it, so to speak. our mind, now that we know, because we know better, we are going to do better and we are going to live better quality lives with the knowledge of the microbiome. The things we struggled with, we now have knowledge in terms of how we're going to care for it. Now, if we look on the human side, Psalm 139, David says, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. As I dig up some information about the human body, for the human side, the most powerful, efficient pump in the world is the human heart, is the heart. It beats 100,000 times per day, pumping your 6 quarts of blood more than 1,000 times throughout your body. Those red blood cells are so small that they have to line up in single files, because we also have 100,000 kilometers of blood vessels. And as I said, some are so small, red blood cells have to line up in single files just to go through. Then on top of that, not only blood vessel and the heart, we have a brain with 100 billion neurons. Each neuron, which is each working unit of the brain, is called a neuron, has the capacity to handle the complexity and the capacity of every single communication network in the world. Call them Sprint and Verizon, Jamaica. You have Flow and Digital in your country, you know what you have. One brain cell could handle the complexity and the capacity of all the telecommunication network and how much God gives to us. 100 billion. That is just on a brain. Can you imagine that? How much God has invested in each individual. Now, I tell you something about the brain. Years ago, NASA was conducting a very fascinating experiment to test the physiological and psychological impact of spatial disorientation, as would happen to astronauts as they remained weightless in space for an extended period of time. Each of these astronauts that were part of this test was befitted with what they call a convex goggles, which would flip their field of vision 180 degrees. So in essence, they were seeing everything upside down. Now, they would test their vital signs, and some of them were showing elevated blood sugar, high blood pressure, and some of them were having different types of other situations going on, because after all, their world was upside down. And they had to wear this convex goggles even while they were supposed to be sleeping. But while they did that, on day 26, something fascinating happened. Even though they were still wearing the convex goggles that flip their field of vision, the brain had made sufficient neuronal correction and connection that they begin to see the world right side up again, even though they were wearing the goggles that flip their field of vision upside down. The brain corrected it, the anomaly, and they were seeing the world right side up. So it happened to one person in the study. And then a couple of days later, it happened to each person. Can you imagine that? So this is the nature of the brain that you have, that it has so much potential, such capacity, such immensity to correct this anomaly. And that's the brain that you have. Now, just to give us some more information, the human egg, when a child is born female, that female comes with 400,000 eggs, although it won't be used until a certain age of 11, 12, 13, nowadays or 9. So so many things are happening these days to the human body. So that female has 400,000 eggs. On the other side, the male is able to make 7 trillion sperm in his lifetime. So when a father only have one child, and that child is 1 in 7 trillion, 1 in a billion, 1 in a million, more than that, you know. So that is how things are in terms of what it takes for humans to come together. Now, when your father dropped you off in your mom, Scientists tell us that anywhere from 500 million to 900 million sperms may be released. So that day that you were dropped off, you were in a race. And in that race, the rules of engagement says you cannot quit, you cannot surrender, you have to win. Now, you are thinking that you are going through some problems in your life right now, and you wonder where God is, and you wonder how life is so hard on you and tough on you, and so things are so difficult. Guess what? In your past, things were more difficult because here you are in the race of your life. It's not a running race like Usain Bolt, it's a swimming race like Michael Phelps, because after all, it is sperm and you're going to swim, not run. You took on the greatest challenge of your life, and you had to perform and outperform at least 500 million other participants in the race. Bear in mind, in this race, there is no bronze medal like the Olympics. There is no silver medal. And the only medal they get is a gold medal because the winner takes it all. So the rules of engagement, you cannot quit, cannot surrender, you got to win. And when that happened, you took on life and you won. But before that, when you to enter the womb, you have to pass through the neck of the womb, the cervix. Cervix. Many sperms get trapped and dies within the neck of the womb. Some survive. But by the time those that survive is just about 10% of what started out. But 10% of 500 million is still 50 million. You imagine you're a race with 50 million other participants and you got to win. But here it is. Like Whitney Houston, you're singing, "Give me one moment in time. And all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me." You took it on, and you were making a journey. So here it is. You have to survive the cervix, the neck of the womb. You have to survive the endometrium, which is the lining of the womb, sticky like a glue trap for mice. And if you get caught in that, it's gone. Not only that, a lot of sperms are malfunctioning, dysfunctional. Some sperms come with two heads, one tail, set of tail, or two set of tails, one head. Some dysfunctional, just not working. But you are doing your push-ups, you are doing your exercise, you're running the laps, and you are fit and ready. And there you are. But here was that happened too. Your mom's immune system became engaged because you are foreigner. So the white blood cells came running after you, come looking for you because, hey guy, what are you doing here? No trespassers are allowed. This womb is sterile. You ain't supposed to be here. So they're coming after you. So you're running for your dear life. You're trying to escape the endometrium, the line of the womb, so you won't get caught there. And you were trying to realize there are two fallopian tubes. Which ones of these tubes is the egg in? The other thing is the type of cycle, the time of the month. Is the cycle there for any egg to be there in the first place? Because if no egg is there, you're going to go down to the store and buy some egg and come back and fertilize it. So guess what? You were multitasking. You went to the right fallopian tube because the egg is not out front. The egg is in the tube, so you have to go down there. And you're sensitive. And even though 50 million sperms are there competing with you, rather, you like Bob Marley, you're singing them. I got tired to see me face, can't get me out of the race. And you were in the race and you got there until eventually you saw the egg. And these guys are trying and trying. Many of them might have even tried to cover the egg, but there was one sperm that fertilized the egg. Guess who that sperm is? In your case, it was you. You're special, you are. Of 7 trillion sperms, you are that one in the race that day. Outrun 500 million sperm. You are there. Ching. After the egg is fertilized, surround itself, no other sperm can enter. You alone, you fertilize the egg. But you came along with 23 chromosomes because the egg has 23 chromosomes. The gamete cells, which are the sex cells, are the only cells in the human body that come with half the amount of chromosome for logical reason. So 23. So in life, you have to come to the table with equity. Another time I emphasize on that. But you couldn't come to the egg empty-handed, having nothing. Even as a sperm, you had to produce and show great value in having 23 chromosomes. The egg has 23 chromosomes. So let me make this point for you. The human sperm is the smallest cell in the human body. The human egg is the largest cell in the human body. So it's long time the ambition. Even though you're a sperm, you are small, you are the ambition to go after the largest, the biggest, the best, the most amazing, most fantastic things in life. Go after your goals. Go after your dreams. Because you as a sperm, you are the go-getter. And the egg is the attractor factor. You must know what aspects of your character, personality, and life you must use at given times in life in order to overcome and make progress. Are you going to go? Are you going to wait? Are you going to attract it? Are you going to go and get it? And you must know, because if you keep on sitting in one place, nothing is going to happen. So you must know. The microbiome must tell you when you need to go. The microbiome must tell you, sit one place. Attract it with your aura, with your genius, with your energy, with your passion, with your good looks, with how you put yourself together. Let the world seize the beauty in you and come running after you and beat a path to your door. But as a sperm, you must know it's time to wake up, get up, dress up, show up, and boss up. Believers of supernatural success. And that is what is made, you are made of and made from. You fertilize the egg, and then it gradually flows as it comes into the womb and attaches itself to the wall of the womb, and you begin to grow from there. That is where Psalm 139, David takes it from. Oh, God knitted you together in your mother's womb, etc., etc. But then there came the time when you grew enough in a mother's womb, your small space, and you had to come down to the big space of the world. As you were exiting, as perfect and amazing as you are, God had one more gift for you, the gift of the microbiome. The very day you were being born and you are pushing through the birth canal, you were baptized, inoculated with the microbiome of your mom. And as your doctor slapped you, and the bacteria goes into your mouth, goes into your lung, goes into your body, and begin to inoculate you and train your immune system, jumpstart your immune system so that you could have your defense. And guess what? Don't let them tell you no dumpy story. And please get this. Don't let them tell you no dumpy story. Your microbiome and your immune system are not enemies. They have sold us that thought all our lives. We must protect ourselves against microbes. No, Sankey, don't think so. That's not true. Not with the current information that we have. We should not try to kill microbes. How are we taught that our immune system is to protect us from the very same thing that is protecting us? Wow, I want to forget that. They are trying to tell us that our immune system is supposed to protect us from bacteria. And bacteria is the very thing that is protecting us. They need to fix the narrative. That is wrong. Bacteria is not your enemy. Bacteria is your friend. That's why Nat King Cole in his songs, that's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. From the womb to the tomb, those guys remain faithful to you. Your bacteria will never betray you. I wonder if I can say that again. Your bacteria Those good bacteria will never betray you. They will never sell you out. They will never give you 6 for a 9. They'll never deny you. They'll never stab you in the back. God gave them to you for a reason, and they are faithful to you. The problem arises, my friend, when we, out of ignorance, create disturbance among the 39 trillion microscopic organisms that are living inside of our gut. We are the ones that create that imbalance, gut dysbiosis, a damaged gut. Because the gut is damaged if the microbiome is damaged. Because the greatest organ in the body lives inside of your colon. The microbiome. It's not even human. But every single organ in the body depends on the microbiome for information, for instruction, to modulate, even to motivate, to protect. That microbiome, ladies and gentlemen, it's a sin for persons to live not knowing that they have these friendly bacteria. The microbiome, for those who are new, is comprised of bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, and other things. But by far, the dominant partner is our bacteria. So you might have heard us say bacteria instead of microbiome, 39 trillion. Science is now referring to those 39 trillion, not million, not billion, but trillion microorganisms as your second brain. Wow. The yard boy is now the joint CEO of the organization. What a story. This is better than anything you have heard on Disney or Hollywood, etc. The yard boy, that which we even give enemy status and try to kill. Only good bacteria is a dead bacteria. We call them critters, we call them bugs, we call them scum of the everything, bad name. But you don't want to entertain the thought of being at war with your microbiome. It's a war that does not make sense, and it's a war you cannot win in any case because you are living on a planet of bacteria. Don't have time to comment on it, but there is nowhere on the planet you can step and you do not step on microorganisms, especially bacteria. They train your immune system. So your gut microbiome, your secondary brain. Now we are learning that the microbiome is your secondary immune system. Some persons refer to the microbiome as your immune system. Oh, this narrative is getting crazier by the day with new information rolling off hot off the press. 70% of your immune system lives inside of your gut. You have 200,000 microbes for every immune cell in the body. Tell me, if they wanted to gang your immune cell and kill them off, could they not do that with consummate ease? Point I'm making. Microbes in your body are not there to harm you, to hurt you, cause disease and sickness. We are the one that change the internal terrain. Just as how we are sensing some parts in Florida because of urban sprawl. We are getting more and more into wildlife territory. Till now, you see more and more reports on television of whether alligators or crocodiles that are turning up in people's pools in the backyard, and people missing their pets, their dogs and their cats and other animals they have around there, because these creatures come looking for them because we have gone into wildlife territory. Do you blame the animals or do you blame the humans for getting there? We want to take over the whole place. what place then do they live? So when we disturb bacteria in the gut, that is why you get sickness and disease, because bacteria have certain habitat within the gastrointestinal tract. When you cause them to shift because of medication, because of antibiotics, because of poor diet. Our diet is so ultra refined that by the time the food comes out of the stomach, goes into the small intestine, 90% of the food is absorbed. Nothing is left for the colon. And you have 39 trillion live, hungry microbes living there. What's going to happen? If you don't feed them, what's going to happen? They will feed on you. They eat at the mucosal lining. That is where bacteria lives. Until epithelial layer, one layer thick, that prevent the content of the gut from getting into the blood. When bacteria begin to live on the edge of the epithelial lining, eventually damage occurs. Content of the gut gets into the blood. The immune system gets into a tizzy because large undigested food particles, bacteria, toxins, chemicals that don't belong in the blood gets in the blood, and the body elicits an immune response. So we have this chronic inflammation going on. Inflammation is characterized by swelling, redness, heat, pain, stiffness, tenderness, loss of function. When something is inflamed, it swells. Imagine the organs in your body swollen and crushing and pressing against each other. What's going to happen? Discomfort and damage is going to take place. According to the genetically weak areas in your body, disease may show up as cancer, for some diabetes, some high blood pressure, fibroids, fibromyalgia, thyroid issues, etc. Now, the brain, the blood-brain barrier, because the blood becomes toxic, it's damaging the barrier. Content of the blood gets into the brain and it breaches the blood-brain barrier, and the brain becomes swollen, becomes damaged, becomes compromised, can cause different neurological disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, autism, schizophrenia. We have anxiety, depression, sadness, mood swings, all kind of different neurological disorders. Because the brain and the gut are connected. Or if the gut is damaged, things goes into the brain and things happen, and the brain get misinformation and things go awry in the body. That is why the integrity of the gut is critically important. And that is why Sankey global scientists for 50 odd years studying Okinawans have found a secret. Feed your gut microbes. When all other companies, when all other, the medical fraternity, etc., is showing discrimination against your microscopic organisms, Sankey Global was brave enough to say to the world, we are going to make a product to feed your gut microbes. That deserves a Nobel Prize, not only an applause. Because if you feed your good gut microbes, they restore order. They become healthy, they become happy. If your gut is healthy and happy, your body, it's reflected there. You're happy and healthy. A lot of us, can I use this Jamaican phrase and terminology? A lot of us over time develop what we call in Jamaica, all kind of Marley gripe and flux to complain. What that mean? We have so many complaints. It's more than the law should allow. Back hurt, foot hurt, high blood pressure, diabetes, memory going, the eye getting dark, the ears getting sort of deaf, the skin have problems, the hearing aid have problems, your eyes. We call them Marley gripe and flux complaint. If you are going to solve that, some people are on 20, 30 odd different medication. You know, modern science is saying, fix the gut. You fix your life. I guarantee you, put more trust and faith and confidence in your gut microbes. They are the ones that are doing it for you. And if they ever seem as if they're hurting you, it's because, first of all, you hurt them. And the good ones are not in governance. The bad ones have taken over because you are feeding the wrong type of microbes because we do not understand the human body. You think it doesn't matter. So eat any amount of meat you want to eat. Eat any amount of egg, any amount of cheese, any amount of dairy, any amount of ice cream, any amount of milk. You say it doesn't matter. You have to eat something. That's something that can kill you. What happened? End up with a stroke. 40 years, 50 years, and 60 years. I'm sorry if I'm seem as if I'm making trivial of person's medical problems. I'm not. That's what I give you an idea of how it happens. Because we do not understand the body. We don't feed the body. We are not human beings only. We are a super organism. Human cells, 10 trillion. Microbial cells, 100 trillion. How then our diet is 90% geared towards human and less than 10% geared towards feeding our microbes? Because we don't understand the body. Now we understand it. Asaki is feeding the good bacteria. You're making the adjustments in your life. Fruits, more vegetables, more grains, seeds and lentils and so on. Bacteria like live food. Then they make your medicine, short chain fatty acid, and better. But until we get there, Asaki is in the house. Belage is in the house. 596 different metabolites are to be found in this amazing product, Asaki. That's why I call it King Asaki. I personally believe everyone on this call should be drinking Asaki every day because it's designed to nourish and restore your gut microflora. Just in case, use Asaki as a just-in-case product, as a stitching time that saves 9. Maybe your gut is not nearly as good and healthy as you like to think. But here comes Bovia, a revolutionary formula that contains 596 different metabolites from cacao. Your gut has 1,000 different species of bacteria. That is why when you have 596 different metabolites, then these bacteria can go to the banqueting hall and they can order what they want because there's diversity and variety. And your food must be at the same. Eat the rainbow colors. Don't just eat one type of food every day. Try to eat 30 different types of fiber, complex carbohydrate food every week. 30 grams of fiber every day, not good enough. That's a daily requirement. Eat twice that amount because you have 100 trillion guys in your body that's waiting to be fed. Hungry mouth. And they make your chemicals that keep your body going. What a powerful arrangement. So they nourish the microbiota. This product improve protein absorption. Got to do that. and you need the amino acid for repair and renewal. It burns excessive fat, helps with weight management, and also stimulates your mitochondria, which are the energy producing parts of your cell, to operate at functional optimal level. So you don't have a struggle for energy every day. This Asaki, please, if you want to give a gift to a friend, a birthday, or just be nice, just being a neighbor, or just being in the family, for no reason at all, just give them a package of Asaki. And if the Lord blesses you, Asaki, along with Belage, life of Belage, and the person will be in charge. Here it is. Right energy, horizontal enzyme 5 or 6 now, capable of acting inside cells and inside the mitochondria, perfected with purified extracts of what? Rosemary and olive, 2 of God's most precious gift to mankind, laden with antioxidants for the benefits of the human body. It's 100% natural. It strengthens the immune system. No one of us need to live with a compromised immune system when you have Belage. It increases energy production, so you don't need to feel tired and worn out and fatigued 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon with a product like this. I took mine before I came on. It reactivates natural antioxidants in the body. Beautiful. Antioxidants disarms and diffuses free radicals, which are oftentimes generated just by breathing and living. You generate free radicals. You need antioxidants to disarm and diffuse them. It improves hydration at the cellular level. 70% water, our body is, so hydration is important. It decreases fat and sugars and improve what? Blood circulation. It clears blocked blood vessels. And we have a device, a microscanner, that is able to prove that within 15 to 20 minutes of taking Belage, you see obvious signs of blood flow increasing. Wow. Everybody on this call, you need to be taking Belage because of what it means. Powerful. Belage and Asaki, you want to hear about Inner 7. This is a product that balances and connects, because Inner 7, the essential minerals for the body, has magnesium in it, sodium, potassium, and 60 different trace minerals. Dr. Linus Pauling, 2-time Nobel Prize laureate, told us that all diseases can be traced to what? A mineral deficiency. Our food no longer have minerals in them. Our plants are lacking minerals because we spray the plants, we spray the soil, kills out the microorganisms that break down the minerals and take it to the roots of the plant, and then they would have minerals. No bacteria, no microorganisms, nobody to do that work. The plants are growing without these minerals in it. And we are just eating bellyful, but Marley said, but we're still hungry. It's 100% natural. It improves natural defense mechanism, contributes to proper pH balance in the body, stimulates relaxation and revitalization. So when you go to the bathroom, it improves intestinal flow, helps with peristaltic movement. That means that it helps with constipation. It provides essential nutrients of the body, minerals of the body. So this is it. Inner 7, some of us may need to take all 3 products we have spoken about so far. The Asaki, the Belage, the Inner 7, but wait, there is one more. We have coronary fire. If you do not sleep well, your body cannot heal well. Your body cannot restore. The body can't be maintained. If you are awake when you should be sleeping, between the hours of 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., according to your body's natural circadian rhythm, You are not going to be maintaining, you're not going to be healing. So same as if many of us have not been healing for many years. This product is designed to restore and protect with the green tea polyphenols and auxiliary night reset with black bean, olive, rosemary, and green tea. You sleep like a rock, a well-behaved baby. It reduces carbohydrates and sugar absorption. As a tea, you drink it with your dinner. If you don't sleep well, we are told, drink it before you go to bed. It increases thermogenesis to burn fat tissue while you sleep. Protects against gastric oxidation in the stomach. Supports metabolism, your overall metabolism, and supports proper metabolic function. Autophagy, mitophagy. Those are two words you will learn in time. Autophagy is how the microbes maintain the cells in the body. And mitophagy is how the microbes maintain the mitochondria so that it remains healthy. The day you stop producing energy is the day you die. Energy is important. This product, we might need it because guess what? Some of us have issues with being a diabetic or pre-diabetic. It helps to balance glucose insulin levels in your body so that you live a good quality of life. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fantastic Four. Look at them. Sankey, sister, Asaki, Bellage, Inner Seven, Conway Fire. It nourishes, revitalize, and sustain, balance and connect, restore and protect, reverse, recover, restore. Works 100% of the time, 100% of the people. Lady Marvel, I don't know if Lady Bev is on the line.
No, she's not. I have not seen her. I was
Yeah,
looking for her
okay,
just
fine.
now.
Yeah, but what we will say, we encourage everyone to get back to the person. Or Marvel, do I hand over to you? Are you say any other necessary thing, please? Thank you.
Yes, I do have something for tomorrow. Basically, as you might know, sir, you're on tomorrow on RJR 94 FM
Yes,
as in Jamaica, and that will be at 8 o'clock Jamaica local time and
yes.
9 o'clock our neck of the woods, and in the United States also, who is on either Eastern Daylight Saving Time or
Mhm.
Eastern Time. Um, it's with Dr. Yvonne Monroe and our King Clive Campbell. They are giving RJR some good reviews, and some good ads are coming in because of it. So we would like you to go in and support these two wonderful people so RJR can be happy, and they'll be happy, and they'll buy us ice cream at Devon's house. No, but seriously, it's really good. It's about the microbiome also, and it's like this is the stepping stone to the one RGR. So here we dissect it here, but then we go in a clinical way, but in a way that you can understand. It's broken down nicely. I don't know, Clive, do you have a guest this week? I know you had Dr. Brooks before. Is there
Oh,
anyone any?
no, we had Dr. Books for 2 weeks,
Yes.
and we hope to return sometime in the future. But Dr. Monroe and myself will be looking at some important topics,
Oh,
including
wonderful.
fibroids. If
Oh,
you
that's a
know
heavy topic.
anyone that is troubled with fibroids,
Yes.
issues with fibroids, you want to hear Dr. Monroe's presentation as we have
Mhm.
this feature within the program, Ask the Doctor.
Oh,
She's going to talk to
you
you
guys are
about
moving it up.
fibroids issues. Yes. And of course, I'm going to
Wonderful.
start the front end talking about
Yes.
the microbiome
Hmm.
and why the microbiome is so important. And then we look at the diet that we need for the microbiome. And then we look at some of the issues that affect us when the
Yes.
microbiome is out of balance, like fibroids this particular week, continuation of what we're doing before Dr. Miguel Books came on for 2 weeks. But you might want to be in attendance.
This would be amazing. So that's 9 o'clock for for Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, USA, in some parts of it, of course, and Jamaica, 8 o'clock. And don't miss it. They're on time. They're on the button. They start maybe sometimes with the ads running late. They might start 2 minutes later because they have no control over it, but they stop on the dime. It's a half an hour show. It doesn't get a minute over. So don't miss out. Don't show up at 15 minutes and 20 minutes after thinking that they're starting late. They're not starting late. These are the professionals. And I see King Clive, as usual, you're on time here too. And you're even early today. So thank you very much for that. It
Thank
just
you.
shows that that the interest that you put into this, and it's much appreciated by all of us. You took us to some turns today, that was amazing about the brain barrier
Mhm.
and getting stuff into the bloodstream. That was amazing. I've not heard you done this part already, like to this depth.
No, no,
It's
because
amazing.
what I wanted us to appreciate is that the human body, as fearfully and wonderfully made as it is, God still found it necessary to give us 6 pounds of microscopic organisms, 2% of your body weight. And they are not trespassers, they're not stowaways, they are legit, a legal part of our body, and we must show them honor and respect.
And that's great. You see, God is it doesn't confuse anything. We might think that things are confusing, but it's not. It's all laid out for a purpose. And so, we just got to find that purpose if we pay attention. And some of us we can study like how you study, and Dr. Ruth and Nurse Adelaide and Dr. Pereira. So that's why we have people like you to come and speak to us and for us to take notes. So it's I've learned a lot over the couple of years with you, King Clive. I feel so good when I go to the hospital and I can speak at their level and they get nervous, because I ask the right questions. So thank you very much. If I never say thank you. I love you very much, my friend, and keep up the great work. we
Thank
uh,
you.
we we adore you. Anyone have any questions or anything like that? We're not going to stay too long, but if anyone have we can take 1 or 2 questions. And don't get too medical because our doctor is not on the line right now. But if you want to say something, 3, 2, 1. Okay. On
Hello.
Friday. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Elena.
Hello.
Yes. Hi. We acknowledge you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening. I just wanted to find out if I am having issues with the gut or the stomach. When I go to see a medical doctor, what type of tests should I ask him to take to see what's affecting the stomach so that I can take the product?
Oh, well, we're not sure how many doctors. You might have to go to a specialist like a gastroenterologist who is more able to guide you accordingly. So he will be more qualified, especially if he leans towards being sort of open-minded. Some doctors are getting more open-minded to combine, and in terms of complementary medicine, to utilize more and some of Mother Nature along with Father Science as part of their protocol. So you might want to work along with the person who invited you to the call to see if they can make any suggestion for someone who is suitably qualified in that regard. Because not all doctors are going to want to do certain types of tests.
I would think the best way to start is knowing what your issues are and write them down and just let the doctor know these are the things that I'm facing. This will happen in the morning or in the evening, when I'm sleeping or if I make certain moves. And that to be fair to the doctor, so he'll know how to advise you or how to take care of whatever it is that you need to take care of, right? But we're not medical doctors, so we can't really say exactly. But I usually take a note to my doctor. I write things that I need to say to my doctor because once I get there, it flies into my head, right?
Yeah.
I hope it was helpful. That was helpful.
Yeah, you were helpful. It's just that I have been seeing a gastro doctor.
Mhm.
But I just want to know what else we can do to determine what's happening in the stomach, other than take
Oh, where do you live? Country?
in. I live in Freeport.
Oh, you're in the Bahamas. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know persons you can reach out to that could guide you to someone that understands different aspect of how to alternative medicine and guide you accordingly. So we're not
Okay,
at
so
liberty to call names on the program. So but get
right.
back in touch with the person that invited you here or something like that.
So I'll just get back with Dr. Rusan then to
Right.
see.
Excellent, excellent.
Good start.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So
thank
are
you.
you using the formulas here?
Well, I started to use all of the products, but of course I'm on the hypertension medication. So I know that I couldn't use all of the products with the hypertension
Well,
medication.
you know, the Belage will help take that down, include and the Crenify. But you got to keep close with your doctor. You got to check it every day, like nurse.
Okay. Our time is just about elapsed.
Itself in any medical emergencies. So that must be checked. And you check your blood sugar also after a fast. So when you wake up in the morning, then you should check that also before eating. Okay.
Thanks. All right. So I think we gotta go now, Lady Marvel.
Yes. Yes.
And,
You should go. Mr. Hebert, can you close us out in prayer, sir? S'il vous plaît. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to do unmute you. I'm sorry.
Hello there.
Yes, there you go.
yes,
Thank
sir,
you.
Everett, blessings.
Okay, good evening. And it's time to show the gratitude. Almighty and ever-loving Father, we give you thanks for today. We give you thanks for this ongoing program. We give you thanks for those who you have so ably equipped to continue making these wonderful presentations. We thank you for those who listen from time to time. We thank you for those who have come in new this evening to listen. And we thank you for those who will be coming in the future. And Father, we just want to ask for your continued guidance and the direction as we continue to spread and share this wonderful message, so that as many people as possible throughout the world will come to know about things we need to know and things we may have known before but didn't seem to have quite the understanding that we are reaching now. Give us the will to share as we learn, and let your will and purpose be fulfilled in and through us as we ask these mercies in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so
Amen.
much.
Thank you, blessings.
Amen.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And so thank you, Lisa, for coming in and running the slides for us tonight. We really appreciate you. You do such a great job at that.
Yes,
King Clive,
thanks.
once again, thank you so much for coming out tonight and doing your very best. I know that you are great at this and you don't take it for granted that you know stuff. You still continue to study. And thanks for every participant on the line right now, and for those who dropped off already, for coming in. You could have done something different with your night tonight, but you chose to spend it with us. And thank Dr. Ruth. And on Friday, I believe Friday we might be doing something special. So look out for a link for Friday, and I think we'll come in through Nurse Donnelly. So just look out for something special. Okay. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for coming. We love you and we can't do without you. Have a good night.
Good night to you. God bless.
Good night.
At all.
Good night, everyone.